second practical is about a case study of a Cisco packet tracer and types of topology. Here we see how many types of topology available and difference between all the topology. We are not covering practical here. We are just take a logical part that how they are differentiate between each other. Okay, this is how the Cisco packet tracker look like. Okay, and here are the tools available in Cisco Packet Tracer, and wires also available like a coaxial cable, simple the twisted pair cable available. Okay, routers are also available in all this. So the key features of a packet tracer is a Cisco packet tracer has a two workspace, logical and physical. Logical workspace allows users to build a logical network topology by placing, connecting, and clustering virtual networks. Like here we are doing that task, logical. Here it is a logical. Physical workspace provides a graphical physical dimension of a logical network and giving the sense of a scale and placement in how a network devices such as routers, switches, host would look in a real environment. Okay. Packet tracer modes. Packet tracer modes provides the two operating modes to visualize the behavior of a network: real-time mode and simulation mode. In real-time mode, the network behaves as a real device, do with a immediate real-time response of all the device activities. And in a simulation mode, it is the user can see control time intervals and inner working of a data transfer and propagation of a data across a network. This helps students to understand the fundamental concept behind the network operation. Okay, in simulation mode, we can see how the packet is transferred. In a next practical, we can see how the packet is transferred and which protocol is used. Okay. Now, what is a topology? Topology is a geographical connection between two systems. Okay, available topologies are a mesh topology, star topology, bus topology, ring topology, and tree topology. Okay, we are covering this five topology here. Hybrid topology and other topologies are also available. So mesh topology, what is the actual mesh topology? So every device is connected to each device via particular channel. So there is no any device available which is not connected with any other. It is just like every device is connected with each other means if we have n number of devices, then each device is connected with each other, then we require n minus 1 things, like 5 devices connected with each other, hence total number of ports required is 4. Okay, and n number of devices are connected with each other in mesh topology, then total numbers of edges available here, it is n into n minus 1 divided by 2, as we saw in figure that here 5 devices available, then the number of edges that connected, or in terms of we can say numbers of wired here available, then it is a 5 into 4 divided by 2. So 10 wires or 10 edges available. In logical term, we can say it is edges available. So here we say it is 10 edges that connect. Okay, what is the advantage of this? It is a robust. Okay, fault is a diagnosed easily. Data is a reliable because data is transferred among the devices through a dedicated channel or links. Provide a security and a privacy. It is robust means it is a reliable connection. Very less chances that a packet is lost or data is lost. If any one of channel is not working here, then other channels are available to transfer the data. Okay. Okay, problems with this topology is installation and configuration is difficult. Okay, installation and configuration is difficult because of there is a more wired required here compared to other topology. It requires a more physical connection, and cost cables is high, bulk wire is required, hence suitable for a less number of devices. Cost of maintenance is high. Okay, numbers of wire and numbers of physical connection is more than other topology, so it is obvious that cost of maintenance is high. Next is star topology. All the devices are connected to a single hub through a cable. This hub is a central node, and all other nodes are connected to the central node. So the hub can be a passive in a nature and a not an intelligent hub such as a broadcasting device. At the same time, the hub can be intelligent, known as an active hub. Active hub have a repeaters in them. Okay, every system is connected with only one hub. So this is we call it is a star topology. Star topology having a four system connected to a single point, as we shown in the figure. Advantages of this topology is if n devices are connected to each other in star topology, the number of cables required to connect them is n. So it is easy to set up. Okay, the numbers of cables required is less than mesh topology here. So the cost of a star topology is less than mesh topology here. Now each device require only one port to connect to the hub. Yeah, as we know that properties of hub, each device require only one port. So the cost of cable is less here. Okay, what is the actual problem? If connector or a hub which switch whole topologies relies fail, and whole system will be crashed. If there is any problem available in hub, then whole system is crashed. So we cannot transfer data from one system to another, or we cannot do work on that. Cost of installation is high. As we know, cost of installation is high here. Performance is based on a single concentrator is hub. So these all are systems are dependent on only one hub. If a hub is crashed, then a system can be crashed. So this is the limitation of star topology. Next is bus topology. Bus topology is a network type in which every computer and network device is connected to a single cable. It is transmit the data from one end to another in a single direction. No bidirectional features is available. As we shown in the figure, how the one node is connected with a common bus line, common cable, and then it is connected with each other. So this is a bus topology. Bus topology with a shared backbone cable. The main central cable, horizontal central cable, it is a backbone cable, and the nodes are connected to the channel via drop line. Okay, every nodes here we can say nodes means system connected with each other, and devices are connected to each other in a bus topology. Then the numbers of cable required to connect them is one, which is known as a backbone cable, and drop lines are required. So here we required n plus 1 cable if the system is n. So it is a more than one cable required compared to star topology here. Cost of a cable is less as a compared to other topology, but it is used to build small networks. This type of networks is used in lab, normal lab, when we used like in a schools and colleges. Normal lab can used in bus topologies. Okay. Also, it supports the concept of token pass. Okay. Problem with this topology is if the common cable fails, then whole system will crash down. Okay. Uh, as we know, in a previous star topology, there is a hub, which is a heart of the star topology. Okay, here it is a terminal or a backbone cable, which is a if a backbone cable get crashed, then then we have a problem to transfer data, or network traffic is heavily increased, collision in the network. So to avoid this, various protocols are used in a MAC layer known as a pure Aloha, slotted Aloha, CSMA, CD. So uh, how we can avoid, or how we can pretend our system from network traffic, that is here available, like collision available, traffic available. Ring topology. Ring topology is, as we know, according to name, we have a ring here available. Like a number of repeaters are used in a ring topology. Large number of nodes, because if some wants to send some data to the last node in a ring topology with 100 nodes, then data will have to pass through a 99 nodes to reach the 100th nodes. The transmission is unidirectional, but it can made a bidirectional by having two connection between each network node, dual ring topology. Okay, how a ring is created between a one cable, like one common cable we created, and then every terminal connected with every station. Here we replace a station as a system also. The following operation take place in a ring topology. Is one station is known as a monitor station, which take a responsibility to perform the operation. And to transmit the data, station has to hold the token. After the transmission is done, the token is to be released for other station to use. Okay. When no station is transmitting the data, then the token will be circulate in the ring. There are two types of token release technique: early token release technique, just after transmitting the data, and delay token release, the token after the acknowledgement is received from the receiver. How the token works in a station and how the data is transferred, that here is explained. Okay. Advantages of this topology is the possibility of collision is minimum in the type of topology. Possibility of collision is minimum, just because if we are when we are transferring our data, or when we are transferring, we use a token also, so it helps us to that. Cheap to install and expand. Okay, problems with this topology is troubleshooting is a difficulty in this topology. If any one of system is not working, then it is difficult to find which system has a problem. Okay, because every system is connected in a circular manner. Okay. Addition of a station in between or removal of a station can disturb the whole topology. If we want to add extra one station in here, then uh, we have to disturb the ring which is available here. So it is difficult that after installing the system, we want to add another system. Now the tree topology. Tree topology is a variation of a star topology, or have a hierarchical flow of data. As we shown in the figure, there is a central hub available and two system, and again two secondary hub available in a children node, and again three systems available, like system 3, 4 and 5, system 6, 7, 8. In a various secondary hubs are connected to a central hub, which contains the repeater. In this data flow from a top to bottom, from the central hub to secondary hub, then to devices are from bottom to top. Devices to secondary hub, and then a central hub. Here it is explaining that which is a top layer, which hub is on a top layer and which is on a lowest layer. Okay, what is actually advantages of it? It allows more devices to be attached to a single central hub. Thus, it increases the distance that is traveled by a single to account to devices. It allows the network to get isolated and also prioritized from a different computers. Okay, problem with this topology is central hub get fails, then entire system get fails, and the cost is high because of cabling. If the central hub is fails, then whole the system is get fails. And similarly, if a secondary hub of any one of tree is failed, like in left tree, if a secondary hub is failed, then we cannot pass data in a system 3, 4, and 5, because every system is connected with each other using only one cable. Okay, so it is also disadvantage of tree topology. Okay, thank you.